Betrayed? Here's a Buddhist path to healing. Betrayal cuts deeper than almost any wound. It shakes your trust, shatters your heart, and leaves you questioning your own worth. Yet what if the true path to healing isn't about holding on to anger or demanding answers, but about transforming your pain into wisdom? Buddhism teaches that even in the darkest moments, the seeds of peace are hidden within. In this journey, we'll explore 5 timeless Buddhist teachings that guide you from heartbreak to healing, from despair to clarity, and from betrayal to freedom. Teaching 1: acceptance of pain when betrayal strikes. The first instinct is often to resist the pain, to push it away, or to bury it beneath distractions. But Buddhism teaches that running from suffering only deepens its hold. Acceptance does not mean approval. It means acknowledging what is real in this moment. When you allow yourself to feel the hurt without judgment, you begin to see pain not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Through mindful breathing and meditation, you can sit with the ache in your chest and observe it like a passing storm.
Ow.
Notice how the sensation rises, peaks, and fades. By accepting pain rather than fighting it, you break the cycle of endless resistance. This softens the heart, clears the mind, and prepares the ground for healing. The Buddha reminded us, suffering is not to be feared, but understood. And in understanding, the first step toward freedom begins. Teaching 2: impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. One of the deepest truths the Buddha taught is impermanence. Everything arises, changes, and passes away. Betrayal may feel like a permanent scar, but in reality, it is a moment in the endless flow of life. Just as seasons shift and rivers never stay the same, your pain too will transform. When you cling to the past, replaying words, faces, and actions, you freeze yourself in suffering. By remembering impermanence, you begin to loosen the grip of memory and open space for healing. Each breath you take is a reminder. The inhale arrives and the exhale departs. Neither stays forever. In the same way, your heartbreak is not eternal. With patience and awareness, its intensity will soften. By trusting the truth of impermanence, you allow wounds to close naturally without forcing or rushing. This is not forgetting it, is learning to let life move again. It's teaching 3. Compassion over hatred. When someone betrays us, anger and hatred often feel like the most natural responses. Yet holding on to these emotions is like clutching burning coals. You are the one who gets burned. Buddhism teaches that the antidote to hatred is compassion. This does not mean excusing harmful actions, but rather understanding the ignorance and suffering that drive them. The person who betrayed you acted out of desire, fear, or confusion. Seeing this truth allows you to replace bitterness with empathy. Compassion does not erase accountability, but it frees your heart from the prison of resentment. Forgiveness in Buddhism is not a gift to the betrayer, it is liberation for yourself. Through loving-kindness meditation, you can practice silently wishing well, even to those who have hurt you. May you be free from ignorance.
Ow.
May you find peace. In doing so, you shift your focus from vengeance to healing. Hatred chains you to the past, but compassion unlocks the door to freedom. Teaching for non-self and letting go betrayal often feels personal, as if it strikes at the very core of who we are. Thoughts like "I wasn't good enough" or "they did this to me" can trap us in endless suffering. But Buddhism reveals the truth of non-self. There is no fixed, permanent I to be wounded. What we call the self is a flow of thoughts, feelings, and experiences, constantly changing like waves on the ocean. When you see through this illusion, betrayal loses its power to define you. You are not the pain. You are not the story of being wronged. You are awareness itself, vast, open, and free. Letting go, then, is not about denying what happened. It is about releasing the false belief that the betrayal diminishes your worth. By loosening the grip of ego, you step out of the victim's role and rediscover your inner strength. The wound is real, but it does not have to be your identity. Teaching 5. Turning suffering into wisdom. Betrayal leaves scars, but within those scars lies the potential for profound transformation. In Buddhism, suffering is not seen as meaningless punishment. It is a doorway to wisdom. Every painful experience carries a lesson, if we are willing to listen. When you reflect on betrayal, ask yourself, what has this pain taught me? Perhaps it revealed the impermanence of human attachments, the danger of clinging, or the importance of compassion toward yourself. By viewing suffering as a teacher, you shift from victimhood to growth. Meditation and mindfulness allow you to transform wounds into insight. Instead of replaying the betrayal, you can cultivate patience, resilience, and understanding. The Buddha himself turned his encounter with suffering into the foundation of awakening. In the same way, your heartbreak can become the soil in which wisdom blossoms. Remember, the deepest healing does not come from erasing pain, but from integrating its lessons. Through this transformation, betrayal no longer defines your story, becomes the path that leads you closer to freedom. Betrayal may shatter trust, but it does not have to shatter you. By accepting pain, remembering impermanence, choosing compassion over hatred, seeing beyond the self, and transforming suffering into wisdom, you walk the Buddhist path of true healing. These teachings remind us that freedom is not found in clinging to the past, but in opening the heart to peace. If these lessons touched you, let them be a light in your journey forward. And if you wish to continue exploring Buddhist wisdom for healing and inner strength, don't forget to like this video. Share it with someone who needs it and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can walk the path toward freedom and peace.